What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another movie review. Today we are continuing my DC movie rewatch with 2011's Green Lantern. Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern. Ooh, and for me, this movie's one of those that I mean, I like Ryan Reynolds, so like it's not terrible to watch, but rewatching it last night, I had to, it wasn't streaming anywhere, so I had to buy or rent a version, so I decided to buy the extended cut, which is like 120 minutes, so like not a very long movie. The other ones, or no, I think it's an hour and 10 minutes is the original cut, and an hour and 20 minutes is the extended cut, so it's not like that much more, and I don't even know what extra 10 minutes I got, to be honest. But the cast in this is still pretty deep. You know, you got Blake Lively, Peter Skarsgård. I know him better from the most recent Robert Pattinson's Batman movie. But I feel like he's the forgotten Skarsgård brother, maybe because of this movie, because his character's fucking, ooh, very bad. Mark Strong plays Sinestro. Tim Robbins is the other Skarsgård brother's father. Possibly, you know, Viola Davis, I believe that's who plays Amanda Waller currently in the DC universe. But in 2011's Green Lantern, Amanda Waller was played by Angela Bassett, and that's some inspired casting. I love me some Angela Bassett. And, you know, like, if it ain't gonna be Viola Davis, Angela Bassett's a pretty damn good second or first, you know, because I don't think Viola Davis was Amanda Waller until the first Suicide Squad, which hasn't been yet. So, you know, Angela Bassett technically came first, so I wouldn't have been mad to see that one keep going. Taika Waititi, director of Love and Thunder, Korg from the Thor movies. He also did Ragnarok and Love and Thunder, so he did 2 Thor movies. He's also done Next Goal Wins with Michael Fassbender, but he was like a computer nerd, just like Hal's best friend that worked with him in the little Air Force or whatever academy he was in, the flying school, whatever. Tamora Morrison, friggin' Boba Fett's in here. Michael Clark Duncan is the voice of Kilowog. Jeffrey Rush is Tomar Ray. Jeffrey Rush is Barbossa from the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, and he's a voice in this. Clancy Brown plays the voice of Parallax, right? Like, just some pretty damn good voice actors that they got, and, you know, some pretty good actors that I like there, but then you go and you look at the main villain, and the main villain of Parallax is just kind of like a giant cloud with a face. That's not really cool. The Green Lantern suit kind of looks ass. I mean, honestly, if they just did the suit, like, the body don't look all that bad, but as soon as they put this mask on him to cover his identity, which they kind of joke about a couple times in the movie, where she's like, gets up close to him, and she's like, "Hal?" And he's like, "Miss, I don't know who you're talking." She's like, "Hal?" And he's like, "Yeah, well, it's supposed to cover my identity." She goes, "I've seen you naked. You think I'm not going to recognize you because you covered your cheekbones?" Which is a fair friggin' point by Blake Lively. And I love that Blake Lively's in this. I'm not sure if this is where they met or if they were already married or together at this point, but I do love Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds together, so it's just cute to see them as a couple in this, you know. Although his mask is still god-awful. But I don't necessarily hate the suit as much, but there is a couple parts where you're like, yeah, that suit looks incredibly CG. But, like, I get what they were going for with, like, the Green Lantern energy running through the suit. The suit looks like muscle, you know, like ripped muscle over it. Like, Ryan Reynolds is pretty ripped, but not as ripped as the suit made him look. And everyone else, you know, because everyone else also has these suits. But the purple guy to Ryan Reynolds' left is Tamora Morrison, Abin Sur. Mark Strong is Sinestro all the way over there to the right. Jeffrey Rush was this fish head beak guy. And then Michael Clark Duncan is Kilowog, the big giant beast. Cannot train him, or cannot train him. Kilowog was definitely my favorite Green Lantern. I wish, and now we have the Lantern show coming in the future with DC, and that's going to star Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan. This was like my first real experience with Hal Jordan. The only Green Lantern I had known before this was from the animated Justice League show, and that was Jon Stewart, and I really loved Jon Stewart. to the point where I was like, man, he should really have his own show, but I never really got into like comics or any like show where he was the main character. So it would be really nice to have another Green Lantern movie or show, because we really haven't gotten that like at all in even the Justice League movies, right? Like, we didn't really get a Green Lantern at all. So maybe that was because this movie flopped so bad back in 2011. And it is really just a bad movie. I think overall I gave it 1 star. So like 2 out of 10. And what are those 2 stars? I think 1 star goes to Ryan Reynolds, 1 star goes to Blake Lively. And that's about it. And, you know, the lost SARSGAARD brother there, Peter, he does an okay job in this. You know, he really goes for it. But they made his head big, and then they made him creepy and weird, and I don't know, those SARSGAARDs are method actors, so I feel like this guy just really went for it in a movie that, like, you know, it just wasn't good. You know, he turns into that cloud face, and the cloud face is like after him and shit. Ryan Reynolds has to beat him with gravity, pull him into the sun. He's got to use jets to pull him out of it. The whole beginning of the movie, like, Ryan Reynolds' character watches his father pass. Like, that shit's fucked. Like, sorry for a little bit of spoilers for an over 14-year-old movie, 13-year-old movie. But comment below, what do you think of this Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern movie? Is it really just hot pile of garbage, or is there some good stuff in there? I was honestly a little bit surprised. I expected the CGI suit from over a decade ago to look terrible, and I was actually surprised. It didn't look all that bad. So comment below, who would you like to see Hal Jordan be in the Lanterns TV show? Also, who's your favorite Green Lantern? Is it Jon Stewart? Is it Hal Jordan? Is it Kilowog? Is it somebody completely different? Do you think they should have, you know, followed up with the Sinestro putting on the yellow ring and made a sequel to this? You know, I probably wouldn't have been that mad. Right? I mean, I do like Ryan Reynolds, and this was a long time ago. This is pre-Deadpool stuff, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. I do think he's, you know, I do like him. I find him funny. So, you know, it was watchable, and maybe I'll watch it again someday. But maybe if I'm just doing a DC rewatch again. But I'm glad I got through this one, and we're on to the next movie, which I think a lot more people like, which is Dark Knight Rises. Bane, right? Like, we're going to get some Tom Hardy Bane action. We're going to get Christian Bale, the final of his Dark Knight trilogy. So that will be next up for the DC movie rewatch. We also have been doing a Transformers rewatch right now. So we are currently up to Dark of the Moon. So stay tuned for that. That will be coming to a channel real soon. And thank you guys for watching. My name is Big Cam. If you'd like to follow my other social medias, click the links in the description below. Smash that like button for me. It really supports the channel. Hit that subscribe button if you're new, and hit that bell over there if you want to not miss any future videos, alright? Thank you, beautiful people, for watching, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace!